going on, guys? And I have some information regarding Battlefront coming in the fall, and I'd like to address those facts because I haven't talked about Battlefront in a long time on this channel, and this channel kind of revolves around Destiny, and I love Battlefront. Battlefront is an amazing game. As you saw in my top 10, I put it at number 2, and that means that, of course, I will be talking a lot more at Battlefront as the days go on. But I haven't talked about it in a while, so I'm going to go back to the news. E3's over, got a lot of information, got a trailer, got some gameplay. So the first thing one of the things I'd like to talk about right now is that just a few moments ago, before this video was in the making, Battlefront came out and said that they do not have a Death Star map. Don't remember the Death Star map was in Battlefront 2. I actually don't know where I was going from that. It's just the Death Star map. I'm showing it right here. It was very dark, and it's exactly what you think it would be. It's a Death Star. What does that mean for us Battlefront players? Well, one less map variety, but nonetheless, there's still going to be more maps. And that does not mean, of course, the world's going to end. Now, if you haven't already heard, there is no space battles going on in Battlefront. I actually enjoyed space battles a bit. It was kind of confusing at times. And also, 10 years ago, I really wasn't that great at video games, so it was always really hard and frustrating. But when I got into the ship and destroyed the enemy's stuff from inside out, that was a lot of fun. But them dropping it is not the end of the world for me. Some people are kind of pissed. I got some friends that thought that was probably the main thing about Battlefront, and that was their favorite times doing it. But we gotta forget about that and look forward to the new Battlefront, which is mostly infantry based, and that is completely fine with me. I love Battlefield, and Star Wars Battlefield, aka Battlefront, is gonna be just fine with me. Another thing I said before that's gotten more clarification is that there's no single player campaign mode during Star Wars. However, there is missions. I guess those can be considered under cooperative, and you can of course get someone else to play with you, get a friend. I think it's up to 2, there might be more, but I can be wrong, and that will bring you through a couple missions that are staged. It's pretty straightforward, anyone can guess how it's going. They actually did show a bit of gameplay at E3 with that, and here it is in the background. It's pretty simple, going through little crevices, taking out some stormtroopers as the rebels, and I guess that can be story. But if you want it to be single player, you can of course just play solo. But the main thing I'm talking about right now is that there's no campaign. There's no actual full story. Missions are probably 30 minutes at a time, and you can probably even bang them out probably at 15 minutes or even less. Then again, I'm just speculating myself. I'm always wrong. So yeah, no campaign. There's also another thing in Battlefront that is very confusing to me. I don't understand how it can be incorporated, and is that Battlefront has a little bit of customization. Now, when customization, you think of different colors, different models for things, but there's no colors. You cannot make a hot pink stormtrooper and go into Hoth. First of all, that's just a terrible idea, and second of all, that kind of veers away from the all stormtroopers looking the same. So with customization, I have no idea what that could mean. You probably could put like a logo on your gun or on your helmet, but I have no idea at this point in time. How it is done, we do not know. I'll leave that speculation up to you guys. Now for the playable heroes / villains in Battlefront, those are pretty obvious. You got Luke and Darth Vader. Those are pretty straightforward. They were in the actual trailer themselves. You also have Boba Fett from the trailer before, but as of right now we only know 3. But if you actually did play Battlefront 2, you'll know that each character had their own specific map. And of course, I bet you can play as Yoda, I bet you can play as Han Solo, I bet you can play as Chewbacca, probably the Emperor. What I'm trying to say is you could probably play as almost all the characters you played in Battlefront 2. Do I think you can play as Anakin Skywalker? I actually don't think so. Probably because Battlefront is set to be the episode 6 area of thing. They have a set era almost. There's no Clone Wars, I think. Almost certain of that. So that means no young Obi-Wan Kenobi. That means no Anakin. No Darth Maul, unfortunately, even though I love to play as him. So this video as a whole is almost kind of negative, talking about some bad things, not most of the good things. One of the good things you actually try and do is if you follow the link down in the description, it will take you to an area where you put in your Origin account. This is for PC players, and you can actually win a chance. I wouldn't say win. You probably get a chance to play in the Battlefront PC alpha test. Their applications, I tried, and unfortunately they said, sorry, you can't. So I was kind of heartbroken. But hopefully with this link, maybe some of you guys can get into it. It's not hard at all. It takes about 3 seconds, and it gives you just a straightforward yes or no in the most polite way possible, even though you're probably heartbroken. I don't think there's any criteria for it. It's kind of just yes or no. The applications have been out for almost 3 days, maybe a little bit under, probably around like 2 days, 2.5 days at the time of this video. So I don't know if the applications are full. Maybe you had more of a chance if you actually went in earlier, but as far as I know, it's still open. But anyway, guys, that's been it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for the lack of content. I have not much to do. I'm kind of just sitting here in the void, wondering, thinking, trying to come up with new videos. So I'm probably just going to go play Ark. Ark is a lot of fun, and there's a lot of things to explore. I've yet to scratch the surface of that game. So if you guys enjoyed that, I'll see you guys there. Hope that I enlightened you with some Battlefront news. Battlefront's being released, as I said in the beginning of the video, on November 17th, 2015 on PS4 and Xbox One and PC. As far as I know, it's probably going to be one of the best games of the year or the next few years. It's Battlefront.